You're watching the NBA. Wednesday night in the NBA. It's the Boston Celtics going up against the Toronto Raptors.
Here's Augustine. He's got 9.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
Now here's Crawford. Passes it to Bogans. Bangs home the trifecta. Bogans got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Augustine with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Augustine passes to Fields. And the layup's good off the glass. Fields has got 5. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up standing pat at the deadline, Steve, even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You know, you want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
Here is Fields after the made shot from Olynyk. And Fields kicks today. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Augustine from outside. The putback. And Ross with the slam. And the Raptors lead by 2.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Toronto has usually been on the wrong end of free agency in the past, but DeMar DeRozan doesn't understand it. He says of Toronto, quote, "It's a great city. It's really diverse. The culture's great. The fan base is great. They might not be getting any big free agents, but DeMar might be working on that, guys."
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris. Here is Ross. After the made shot from Bass. One-on-one here. Crawford dishes to Olynyk. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Crawford against Augustine. Up again. And Johnson with the stop. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Toronto.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Brooks gets the screen from Olynyk. Kicks it out to Crawford. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 6 points for Crawford.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket. You know, you got to love the way that Amir Johnson attacks around the rim, whether it's, looking to finish off a play or grab a rebound or block a shot. You love his no-nonsense approach to defending and finishing in the lane.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Keith Bogans. Now here is Augustine. 9 points in the game so far. Here is Ross. Brooks covering. Ross kicks to Augustine. 5 on the clock. No good from Ross. And Amir Johnson, not just a finisher Clark around the rim. A shot blocker, a pretty good defender.
Yeah, he's got excellent length for a power forward, and he's put some rocks in his pockets over the years. He's become better able to hold his ground inside. Folks, that means basically he's added some weight, is what's happened with Amir.
Raptors trail by 3. Here's Augustine. Pass to Fields. He dishes it to Augustine. And again, Toronto no up.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's Green with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Here's Augustine after Jeff Green's bucket. Will it go? Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 5 points in the quarter.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Augustine against Crawford. Olynyk with the shot. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Well, let's take a look now at some of the numbers for Amir Johnson. Very nice season for him last year. 8th in field goal percentage. And he was a pretty good defensive player in the paint, finishing in the top 20 in the league in blocks.
And Steve, as for his top 10 field goal percentage ranking, I mean, you don't get to be such an accurate shooter unless you're a smart shooter. Sounds like you, partner. You never saw this guy force a shot.
Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Now just a 1-point Boston lead. Boston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Crawford passes to Olynyk. Jeff Green on the wing. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. 5th, the Raptors.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
The Celtics making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Here's Fields. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides. That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Boston?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
You know, you look at Dwayne Casey prior to coaching the Raptors, he was the assistant for the 2011 champion Dallas Mavericks, and his zone defensive schemes played a huge role in their success.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston making a switch here. Rondo with it. He's got 10. Back to Green. Bass with a screen for Green. The feed to Bass. He's against Hansbrough. Let's go. Bass can't get it to go. And Steve, you look at the increasing popularity of zone defense in the NBA. What are your thoughts on it?
I love the zone defense. In fact, I'd like to eliminate the 3-second illegal defense rule. Just let everybody play wherever they want, just like in every other league in basketball around the world. If a team can't attack a 2-3 zone, then there's something wrong with them.
Now Gabe, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. He kicks it to DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. Over Rondo, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 9 points for Kyle Lowry.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors would be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
The drive by.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I would say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Now here's Rondo. Jeff Green missing his last shot. And that one's good.
You know, I understand that sometimes you just want to sit back and enjoy watching him put up points, but not if you're the defense.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Olynyk. The Celtics shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
You know, the Celtics ruled the Atlantic starting with their title run in '08, but last year it finally came to an end, that ruling of the Atlantic. 5 straight years of winning their division is now behind them. Got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Bradley, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 11 points for Avery Bradley. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Now here is Lowry, and that is good. Lowry's got 6 here in this quarter. And back to the Celtics in the Atlantic. You knew it was going to be hard for them to keep winning the division with all the talent, Steve, that has come into it within the last couple of years.
Well, it was a great 5-year run for Boston in terms of winning the Atlantic, but you know, with the up-and-coming teams in New York and Brooklyn, all of a sudden Boston is looking ahead, looking above them to the other teams in the division, and now it's time to make another push, another rebuilding job, and get back on top.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And now a 3-point Toronto lead.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you have to just take what's there, and as long as you're moving the ball and getting good shots, that's all that matters. Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
DeRozan, and again it's Toronto converting.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Yeah, and some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
Toronto leading by 5. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Now here's Gay. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Gay's got 10 points.
I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
Green with a screen on Lowry. Rondo drives in. The good-looking shot from the wing.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Lowry for 3. Gets it to go. He's got 16. And so we conclude the first half.